So a lot of people got verified today on Twitter. Twitter, I promise I won't let you down. You should verify my account at Xcodeh. Anyways, guys, today's commentary is about getting too high. I didn't think this was even possible anymore, man. Yesterday, I was hanging out with a buddy that I actually haven't seen in like 4 or 5 months, so it was awesome to see him. I got to his house, and he was all about the oil. The last time I chilled with him, he was just smoking. He wasn't really about the oil, but he whips out this fucking slab of oil. I was like, oh, God. He whips out a good, huge bong, I'd say about like 15, 16 inches, and just a straight shot. And immediately I thought, oh, shit, we're about to hit the bong. I haven't even hit a bong in a long time. For some reason, I just always about the joints. I'm that kind of smoker. And he has these little like handmade little dabber sticks, and he puts this huge glob on one and he hands it to me, and I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll hold this for you. And then he goes and gets another one, and I'm kind of like talking to him while he's doing this, so I didn't see what he was doing, and he grabs another one and grabs like an even bigger glob, and I'm like, dude, what's going on here? And he's like, oh yeah, that dab's for you. I'm like, no, I can't do that, dude, no way. And it's not that I couldn't, it's just that I was just trying to chill. I wasn't really trying to get like that fucking stoned, that obliterated, because I haven't even dabbed in probably close to half a year, guys. I'm just kind of like, I like weed. I don't really like the concentrates. And so he takes like half of it off, and I'm like, all right, dude, I'll just do that one. No big deal, I'll do it. So we go into his garage, and he puts the nail on the fucking rig, and he take this monstrous glob, and I see him coughing away, and I'm like, oh shit, I remember that. Let's do this. So I put the, I heat up the nail, and I take the hit. I almost burned myself. That was just hilarious, just because it was like kind of like an awkward straight shot with a rig. I don't know why I had an issue, but I take the hit, I clear it, and immediately the amount of smoke that I had in my chest, I knew that it was too much for me, and I exhaled it. It was a fucking giant cloud. And I'm like, oh gosh. And this is weird. Before this even continues, this is kind of weird experience to me, because I used to take like 15 dabs a day. There was a point in time where I was all about the dabs. If you ask the people I play Call of Duty with a lot, any of them really, they'll all tell you that back in the day, around a year ago or so, I used to be taking a dab after every game of Call of Duty, like every 15 minutes. It was actually pretty funny. So I take this dab, so immediately my vision started to blur. Well, not really like blur, but you guys know that feeling of when you're just so obliterated high, and you're just trying to look around, and it's just everything just looks so vibrant. And the best way I could kind of describe it, like, it was kind of fuzzy, like I had a little tunnel vision action going on, and I was just trying to talk to my friend and like hold my composure. It was honestly like almost like an anxiety attack. It was actually not that cool. And everything was great. And then another kid showed up, and then they were talking, and I was like trying to focus on the conversation, but all I could think about was, damn, I'm so high right now. Like I can't even comprehend what's going on. Like, oh my gosh. I had like a bottle of water, and I was like straight sipping it every 5 minutes, because like I got cotton mouth literally like 30 seconds after I took a sip of water, and it was just like so uncomfortable. About halfway through this of the water bottle, I'm just like sitting there like trying to just like focus and just trying to like not be so uncomfortable. I really don't know why, because usually when you get like that, you just let it happen. Like you almost like embrace the high, and then everything goes well for you. But like I was just freaking out, and all I could think about was going home. And I don't know why, like I thought I was gonna puke. It was actually not the greatest feeling. I guess a lot of people in the comments call that greening out. It really hasn't happened like too many times to me, maybe like once or twice back when I first started smoking. Like this is why this whole story is so weird, is because like this hasn't happened in years, man. So I immediately asked one of the people, hey man, could you give me a ride home? It was literally like 25 minutes of hanging out, dude. I was trying to stay there for probably like an hour or two longer. And I was just like, dude, can you please give me a ride home? And he's like, yeah, sure, dude. And then they like kept on with the conversation. Like a half an hour went by. I swear I was like counting the minutes. All I wanted to do was go home and lay down. It was like one of the worst feelings I could imagine. It was actually like really bad for me. And then finally, my buddy's brother actually gave me a ride. That was pretty cool. When I got in the car, I started to calm down a little bit. But I remember, oh my gosh, I remember like looking in the mirror and just seeing my eyes. I don't think I've ever seen them that red. Like they were completely red, not just bloodshot, not like half glazed, half red, half glazed donut looking high. It was baked. It was gone. It was that fucking going to sleep in 5 minutes high. It was so ridiculous. And I kind of got a little nervous because of that. I don't even know why. I know that weed doesn't hurt you. I know all this, guys. Like, it's just like, so it was so crazy to me. I've never really had this. And I remember having like a decent conversation. As soon as we got to my house, I kind of like had like a sigh of relief. And I went inside and I was still like freaking out, like bugging out for some reason. And I started watching That 70s Show. And literally it was just uncomfortable as hell for like an hour or two. I tried going to sleep, but like I kept getting like dizzy and stuff. And then I always remember this. I remember going out to the kitchen, getting a bottle of water, going back to my room, laying down, and immediately getting hungry. And as soon as I got hungry, oh boy, did it change. So I went in the kitchen, I grabbed some crackers, one of those crackers with cheese, like I don't even know what they're called. And I ate those. Like, I went back to my room, I ate those, and I was like, oh shit, I'm hungry now. So I go back to the kitchen, I grab this like cinnamon, kind of like this cinnamon cracker, like strudel thing, I don't even know what they're called. And then I went back to my room, and then back to the kitchen, grabbed a bowl of cereal, banana, I started eating everything. And then I grabbed this like, one of these king-size Rice Krispie treats, and I just passed out after that. I slept for 16 hours. 16 hours. I haven't slept like that in a long time, but damn, did it feel good. And I probably won't be doing dabs in the near future. It's just not really for me, man. I don't even know why. It hit me way too hard. I'm all about that chillin' high. I'm not the 0 to 60 in fucking 2 seconds high. I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have ever had this experience. If I probably took a dab, it probably would be a lot better. I probably just had like a low tolerance to concentrates because it's been so long. But like I said, I probably just stick to my joints and stuff. So throw those comments in the comment section down below. Check out the life story playlist on my channel if you guys are all about those life stories. I want you guys to have a fantastic day. Drop a like if you enjoyed. Stay high, stay lifted. Peace. I seen a lot of shit I shouldn't have, but never forgot it though. Brothers on the corner selling crack like it was nada though. Walk inside my kitchen, baking soda all up on the floor. Police banging on the door while gripping the 44. I was just a youngin', but this type of shit